This is a glass of hot water and this is a metal spoon. Why does the spoon become hot after some minutes in an hot water? Let's find out. Good day everyone. My name is Orolu Desedo David and I'm talking on heat and temperature. First of all, what is temperature? Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a substance. That is, temperature tells us how hot or how cold a particular substance is. If a particular substance is hot, that means it has an high temperature. And if the substance is very cold, that means it has a low temperature. Temperature measures how fast particles move. Hot water in particles moves faster, while a cold water in particles moves slower. Which has a higher temperature? Is it a boiling water or an ice? Of course, it's a boiling water. What is heat? Heat is the energy that moves from an hot body to a cold body. And we have an example, a metal spoon and an hot water. Why do a metal spoon becomes hot after some minutes in the hot water? That is because there has been a transfer of heat. Can heat be transferred from a cold body to a hot body naturally? No. Heat can only be transferred from an hot object to a cold object. And we have differences between the temperature and heat. Temperature measures hotness, while heat is the transfer of energy. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius, while heat is measured in joules. There are different methods of heat transfer. This is the interesting part. Stay with me. We have conduction. Heat transfers through contact. We have, for example, hot water and a metal spoon. If there is no contact between the metal spoon and the hot water, there wouldn't be any form of heat transfer. Number two, we have convection, and that is heat transfers in liquid and in gases. This is a situation whereby the hot air rises and the cold air sinks, and that is the case of a boiling water. Somebody asked, the transfer of heat from the sun to earth is what method? And that will lead us to our third method, and that is radiation. And that is the transfer of heat without a contact. You may be wondering why a lot of people put on white clothes during the hot weather, and that's because the white cloth reflects more heat. We have three units of temperature. We have the degree Celsius, which is commonly used in our everyday lives. We have the Kelvin, the SI unit used in science, and we have the degree Fahrenheit, which is mainly used in the United States. And we have instruments used to measure temperature. We have the thermometer, the general one we all know, used in measuring temperature. We have the clinical thermometer, which is used in measuring temperature. You can find that in hospital, clinic, health centers, and we have the laboratory thermometers, which is used in scientific experiments. We have the digital thermometers, which gives electronic temperature readings. We have the infrared thermometer, which measures temperature without contact. We have the thermocouple, which is used in laboratories and factories for high temperature. In conclusion, Temperature tells us how hot or how cold an object is, while heat is the transfer of energy from an hot object to a cold object, and heat can be transferred in three ways, that is conduction, convection, and radiation. My name is Orolo Desedo David. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more physics lessons. Thanks for watching.